Over the next few minutes, we will explain what account permissions are and show you how to set them up. Account permissions allow or restrict user access to a specific general ledger accounts or segments. For example, if you have a user that can only enter transactions for Division 100, we can set up account permissions to restrict him from accessing any GL accounts that don't use Division 100. Please note that account permissions work across all modules. To use this function, GL security must be enabled in the GL setup options. Let's now see how to set up account permissions in the general ledger. First, we'll verify GL security has been enabled. In Sage 300, go to General Ledger, GL Setup, and select Options. Then we go to the Accounts tab to check the security option. If GL security is active, you can select the default access for the users. Do you want to give them access to all accounts by default? Or would you like to give them no access and then specify which accounts they have access to? We can now set up the account permissions. From the General Ledger module, go to GL Accounts and select Account Permissions. The users that we select here are specified under Administrative Service in the security of the application itself. To select a specific user, click the Finder button. Once a user has been selected, we can define permissions at the segment level or at the GL account level. In our example, the clerk user does not have permissions to use GL accounts that use Division 300. Also, the user cannot use accounts between 1,000 and 3,999. To add a different restriction, press Insert. Then, specify if you're allowing the user access or if you're restricting it. In the case of a segment, you can choose which segment you're making the changes for. Then, you can select the From and To ranges. Once you finish setting up the account permissions, you can click Test to see which accounts the user has access to. In this case, no accounts between 1,000 and 3,999 or with Division 300 are listed. Once you finish setting up the account permissions, you can save the changes and close the window. Congratulations! You now know what account permissions are and how to set them up.